Also, something else that I wanted to add on in there. While I was going through my season of stress, basically, I messed with someone and someone wasn't happy about it, and then I got put up under a witchcraft curse. I lost my house, basically, my dog, my watch, my Galaxy phone was cloned into. My watch was compromised. I couldn't turn on Bluetooth or Wi-Fi because everything kept getting hacked into. Someone was using, they were my neighbors, and they used the Bluetooth extender to kind of hack into a lot of my things. Um, I had to leave behind a whole lot of things at the house. I didn't sell them. I just left it there and let somebody else get blessed with it. So many things have happened in a year and a half, I'll say. I ended up losing all my contacts. It took me about 6 months to regain all my contacts. Then I couldn't call everybody, so people thought I was acting funny. Then when I told people what I was going through, I didn't even understood what I was going through, but people was looking at me like I had lost my mind, like like I had some type of mental illness. Um, I lost friends behind it. I went through a season where I had no choice but to look up to the creator of the universe. See, what I found out in my process is that Job, in the beginning of the Bible, the devil went to the heavens, because we know he still controls part of the heavens, but a lower dimension of the heaven. He does not control the sovereign heaven. He controls the lower dimension of the heaven, like the clouds. My um how you say it, basically like marking the clouds. They basically play in the clouds and astral project and stuff like that. We know all of that is like witchcraft. So what I'm saying to you is, just like Job in the Bible, the Lucifer went up and God asked him. He said, "Where were you?" Which lets you know that Lucifer still has to ask God, the creator of the universe, permission to do anything, as long as we're not in fear. The devil is here illegally on illegal grounds on the earth. We are human beings. We are supposed to be the ones in control of the earth. But because the devil makes the sin look so good, we end up trying to stick it out with the devil instead of sticking it out with the creator who created us and our souls. I lost everything just like Job did. Everything. I almost lost my kids if it wasn't for Daryl Isom, their dad. There's so many things, and the reason why was because so many lies were spread about me where I was living. Lies like I was schizophrenic. Lies like nobody was messing with me, like I was going crazy. These are the lies that was being told about me. I'm sorry, I'm checking. I ain't see my dog move in the background. But lies were being told about me left and right. I stayed in my own bubble. I listened to my music. I danced. I smoked weed and I drank. And apparently, some people got mad because they thought I was too happy. So, what they did is they messed with me somewhat. Now, I lost everything and had to start over from scratch. King size bed, my Galaxy watch, my Galaxy phone, money, trying to keep up with this. Had to change the keys to my car because my car was getting broken into. Had to change the keys to my house twice because it kept getting broken into, but I couldn't prove it because I didn't know what was going on. Come to find out, I was up under witchcraft and people was astral projecting themselves into me. I remembered when I went to Word of Reconciliation Center. I remembered Sydney Trim. I was introduced to Sydney Trim and her spiritual warfare prayer through a lady named Donna Boger, who I call Mom. So I kind of cut everybody off and stayed back because I'm up under this curse. Nobody's believing me, but I also don't want to put nobody else up under this curse. The police came every time I called the police out there. They couldn't find anything. Finally, they asked me, the first night they came out, they started asking me, was I schizophrenic? Was I taking anything? You check my records. The only thing I take now and still is prenatal vitamins. And no, not because I'm pregnant, because I'm not. And no, not because I'm trying to have a baby, because I'm not. I still can though. But not because I'm trying to have a baby, but because prenatal vitamins still give me the energy I need, and it still makes me feel good. I feel like it's a healthy vitamin to still take even though you're not pregnant. I got 6 kids. Shoot, I need all the vitamins I can take, baby. You best believe that. And I'm 45 years old. Yes, I am. Thank you. Anywho, so now it's been a year and a half later. I've been staying with my ex-husband, my baby's father. We get along, we don't get along. It's been a tough road, but thank God for him, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know where else I would have been able to stay that long with kids. He took the kids and he took me in. A year and a half later, I have been keeping my faith. I've been pressing into the word of God. I'm talking about the holy God, not the ones that call themselves God. And we ain't talking to the devil who thinks that he's a God. I am talking to the one that created that blue sky that you see and that dark sky that you see at night with the stars shining. I am talking about the God that created the sun and the moon to give us light during the day and light during the night. I am talking about the creator that created oxygen. I am talking about the creator that created gravity and no gravity. We all know that no devil created that. I'm talking about the God that created earth. We have the audacity to be on earth and take advantage of the creation that God has given us through his creation, through earth, through oxygen, through our soul, our spirit, our flesh. He gave us all of this, and we sit up here, I'm guilty of it too, and take all these things for granted. But I'm here to tell you, I have been pressing in and pressing in. There is this station called Grace for a Purpose. They talk to you just like I'm talking to you. The only difference is they come up with scriptures, and they have scriptures, and they have like little music in the background. This is like my first go around with YouTube, so I'm trying to learn how to do this and get better with it. So this whole time, the people that astral project also do the telepathic communication. So the whole time I'm hearing voices in my head, I'm thinking they have mics and cameras all on me. But really, somehow I got this telecommunication thing that keeps me in contact with the same people that's attacking me. I can hear their voices. I can hear them clearly, and they talk to me, but they do it in like audibles. Like, it's not like a live conversation, like how you hear all these words coming out my mouth. They'll use 1, 2, or 3 words. Come to find out, that's exactly how the devil communicates. They'll put like little things, little seeds in your ears, and then it gets to your ears, to your brain. Once you start thinking about that stuff and it gets to your heart, that's what God was warning us about. Jesus in Matthew, he said, it's not what goes into you that defiles you, it's what comes out of you. He said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So I'm asking you today, what is your mouth speaking? Because whatever your mouth is speaking is what your heart is speaking, is what is up here. Because you couldn't speak it here if it didn't get here. So that's what Jesus was saying in the book of Matthew when he said, what goes into you does not defile you. So it doesn't matter what anybody is saying in your ear. It doesn't matter what the devil's trying to do. What matters is if you receive it and take it on as that, which I did not. I never received anything the devil tried to do to me. And something else I never did, I never reacted out of fear. They were letting me know that my kids was in danger. I feared not, and I gave it to God. I told God, the creator, we established who I'm talking about now. So I told him that I give my kids back to him. He trusted me with my children. Now I'm giving my kids back to him. So therefore, the worry is off for me, because you cannot doubt God and trust him at the same time. It's either or else you on the fence. And he can't work like that. I sat here and I gave up a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to tell y'all all the things that I gave up right now because I didn't come up here to tell you that. But I stayed focused on the word. That's all I played. Horror flicks, if you know me, horror flicks was my number one go-to. I didn't watch anything but horror flicks. You couldn't get me Annabelle series, all that. Stephen King, I had all Stephen King books. I mean, you could not get me off of any horror flicks. It's been a year and some change. I haven't watched it because I realized that someone told me that those are spirits that actually enter in. In my mind, it's a movie. In my mind, the credits roll after the movie. In my mind, ain't no spirits because those are actors. But what happens is when we are watching it, the Bible also tells us be careful of what we entertain. Be careful of what we entertain, because the entertainment that enters our eyes, you know, the eyes is the gateway to what? The soul. We are supposed to be protecting our soul. Are you protecting your soul today? One thing I also learned is that once you start protecting your soul, God can work with that. You have a soul. You have a heaven or a hell to go to. If there is a devil, you better believe God ain't dead, or else we all would be dead. We breathe in the oxygen. He breathed it into us first. When we were born in our mother's womb, he breathed the breath of life into us. When he created Adam and Eve, what did he do? He created the breath of life. And something that my cousin Melinda Hash said to me a long, long time ago, she said, we are the only creation that God ever breathed life into. And that stuck with me. And it's been probably 10 years now that she said that to me. But that's something that stuck with me, because all these birds, all the ocean creatures he created, the land creatures, the air creatures he created, we humans are the only one that he breathed life into. And we sit here and take advantage of that. So in my whole entire year and some change, y'all, I've learned to stay in the face of God. Now, I just got blessed with my apartment. It ain't a house, but it's a house to me. It's mine's. Yeah, I pay rent there now. So I still got something back. So I lost a house that was not secured. I lost a house that had so many entryways. I lost a house that had a slum landlord. But I gained an apartment. And guess what? God didn't just bless me with an apartment. He blessed me to enter into a brand new apartment, meaning nobody ever stepped foot into the apartment. So I don't have to deal with any extra spirits unless I bring them in my house, right? They are brand new apartments, freshly built, just like a house. I'm the first tenant to move in. Then turned around and blessed me with extra money. Let me tell you, he also blessed me with a job taking care of my paraplegic ex-husband. He got shot 4 times, and in the process of him being shot, he lost his leg. He lost his feelings from here all the way down. So I help take care of him. So in the process, God blessed me with a job. In the process, God blessed me to get my watch back that I lost, because I'm a fitness. I love fitness. I love to do a lot of walking. I don't do the weights and all of that unless I'm walking. I'll strap a weight on my arm and strap a weight on my legs and take off. But I'm a walking type girl. Treadmill, but I prefer walking outside because I love nature, which is what they tried to use against me in the witchcraft. Also, I got blessed to get me another tablet. So I lost tablets that got hacked into, and now and everything is iPhone, which is better than what I had before. Everybody say Galaxy is better. I was with Galaxy for 17 years. 17 years. Let me tell you something. Them 17 years being Team Galaxy does not compare to the 6 months I've been Team iPhone. iPhone is where it's at. The only thing that I don't like is that the fact that Android got a lot more free apps, but those free apps come with a price. They come with people hacking into your phone, knowing your location, knowing your data and usage. If you read the fine print before you download stuff, you'll see, and they're able to track you. Any free app is not free because you're being tracked. And a lot of those people work in cyber stalking. They do cyber stalking. Watch who you entertain, because I was cyber stalked. So all my stuff got compromised. But this won't. This won't. And oh, I'm looking for my phone, but it's in my hand. I have iPhone 13 Pro Max. That won't. And the only reason I'm telling you what I got, because I normally don't, is because all these things were taken from me, and I was told that I wasn't going to get it back. They told me I was going to be homeless. Never been homeless. I stayed with someone, but I didn't have to stay in a shelter. Thank God for that, right? But even if I did, I would have still been grateful that I still had somewhere to stay. See, my heart is filled with a lot of gratitude. So it doesn't matter. And the people that did this to me, I ain't got no beef. I ain't got no ill will. I love them and I have forgiven them. They was my neighbors where I used to live before I came here. You know, so I have a lot of, I don't know if they are still doing it, but this is how it all started. It all started with them because they were showing me how to. I had a young man that was showing me some things where he showed me how to better protect myself from what I was going through and better protect the kids. And so that's what I did. They thought I was going to lose my car. What am I in? I'm still in my Equinox LTZ. My dog, Luna, the white dog, I had a white dog. She died of cancer all of a sudden. What God do? He blessed me with my cousin, who blessed me with Asia. A-Z. I call her Zaza. They thought I was going to lose my kids. Never did. They called social services on me to try to take my kids away, to make it seem like I was an unfit parent. Never did. The lady said, ain't nothing wrong with you. I don't know what they talking about. The next day, the lady got rid of my case. The next day. I got blessed with getting my boys back in my life. They grown now. They doing their own thing. But I did get blessed with that. And I got blessed to talk to them and still be in their life. They thought I wasn't going to have no food. I got blessed to continue to have food in the house. Thank God for the EBT. They thought I wasn't going to have a place to stay. I got blessed with Section 8. I'm here to tell you that even the things that we're not even supposed to be blessed with, God will open up the door that the devil tried to close and show you that you will have blessings after blessings that you won't be able to receive. But all he asks us to do is do right. What's doing right? Let me break it down for y'all, especially for this generation. Doing right is doing things you won't lose your soul for. Messing with kids, you're going to lose your soul. Robbing somebody, you're going to lose your soul. I know, because I've been there. I did prison time. I did 7 years. So when I tell you stuff, I ain't telling you stuff just off the top of my head. I'm telling you stuff from knowledge, from stuff I've been through. Okay? Going after people, doing people wrong, you're going to lose your soul, because it's called karma. Astral projecting, witchcraft, you're going to lose your soul. You might be flying high right now, but karma getting ready to come back and bring you back down where you can't fly high no more. It's called hell. It's going to happen if you don't change your ways. A lot of times we stay up here, oh, God, forgive me, forgive me. We think that we could just sit up here and say, God, forgive me every single day, and then he going to forgive us. God is a forgiving God, but he also knows when you're sincere. And he also knows when you mean it. So what happens is he knew my heart and the intents and the purposes of my heart. I might still have a few things I'm dabbling with, but I'm not going to hell for smoking weed. I'm not going to hell for drinking some wine. But if I turn around and mess with some kids, I ain't losing my soul for that. That ain't worth it to me. If I go and say I want to rob a store because I need some deodorant and lotion and stuff, that ain't worth it to me. I'm going to go stinking, or I'm going to keep washing my underarms every 5 minutes if I have to. Don't think I don't be wanting to steal. Sometimes it crosses my mind, but I refuse to give in to that temptation, because that ain't nothing but the devil. That ain't nothing but a setup from the devil. Messing with married men, messing with married women. What is that? It is called losing your soul. And I want to go with something else too, but I'm going to stop right here with that and let you know that if you continue to do the right things, the creator of your soul will bless you. And the thing is I had to be so patient, and I had to really wait. And I went through a lot of internal hurt, and I went through a lot of internal pain. I went through a lot of stuff behind family members I thought cared, behind friends that I thought was going to be there. And even within myself, on the things that I was doing, I had to stop doing. So I'm just going to ask you on today, what's more important to you? Flying high, because God, don't forget, if you read the Holy Word, guess what he says? It is not worth it to gain the whole wide world and lose your soul. Because don't forget, you still got to die. As long as we are flesh, we going to die. Our spirit might live on, but we ain't going to be the same. You won't see this no more. No matter how you go in earth, you will always die. We live to die. So the question is, what's the dash going to be stood up for at your grave site or when you get cremated? You have a dash. Every single grave has a dash. It has the year you were born, dash, the day you died. What you did in between that dash is what defines you or defiles you. What is your dash going to say about you? Blessings to you all. I mean no harm. I have a good heart, and I just want to help people because I've been there. And I got more stories to tell. This is my open diary. You're going to see more. But right now I'm getting adjusted to YouTube. Stay blessed and strive to do better. I don't want you to lose your soul.